They were not born of love, but of vengeance, shadow, and silence. And when they opened their eyes, the gods began to fear their own fate. Welcome back to another episode of Myths Untold. In the beginning there was chaos, but not the kind that screams. It slithers, it waits, it smiles. Loki was not like the others, born of frost and night, a Jotun by blood, but raised among gods. Odin, All-Father the Wise, took him from the land of giants, perhaps out of hope, or perhaps out of fear. He made Loki a blood brother, brought him into Asgard, gave him a seat at the golden table. But you can't polish fire and expect it to stay cool. Loki burned. Brilliant, unpredictable, cruel, and clever. A trickster, yes, but more than that. He was a mirror to the gods' arrogance. They laughed when he jested. They scowled when he whispered truths. Thor tolerated him. Odin endured him. But deep down, they all watched him closely, as if they knew something he hadn't told them yet. They were right to fear him, because Loki had children, not in the cradle of marriage or joy, but in the shadows of his wanderings. He found Angerboda, a giantess of the Iron Woods, and together they bore three beings that even the bravest gods would tremble to name aloud. The first, Fenrir, the great wolf, born with hunger in his eyes and the scent of war on his breath. Even as a pup, the earth shook beneath his paws. It was said he would devour the sky. The second, Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent, a creature so vast he circled the world and bit his own tail. His coils pulled at the oceans. His breath poisoned the wind. He and Thor were bound by fate to meet at the end of all things. The third, Hel, a daughter both alive and dead. Her face was split, half beautiful, half rotting. She ruled over the realm of the forgotten souls, banished by Odin to the cold underworld. But her silence was not submission. She was listening, waiting. There was also Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse Loki bore in another strange tale, gifted to Odin. A reminder that not all monsters walk on two legs or come from hate. Some are born of trickery too deep to untangle. The gods, terrified of the prophecy whispered by the Norns, acted. They chained Fenrir, pretending it was a game, but the wolf, sensing betrayal, bit off the hand of Tyr, god of war, and still they left him bound, howling to the moons. They hurled Jormungandr into the sea, hoping to drown him in the depths, but the serpent grew and grew, until his movements stirred the tides of the world. They cast Hel into the realm of the dead, but in that cold, forgotten place, she built a throne. She did not cry, she ruled. Loki watched it all, and something inside him, something ancient, broke. The gods had cursed his blood, and his blood would curse them in return. Ragnarok, the end, the twilight of the gods. The sky split, the sun turned black, the seas boiled. Fenrir broke his chains, his roar cracked the mountains. He ran straight for Odin and swallowed him whole. Jormungandr rose from the ocean, lashing the sky, and met Thor in battle. The thunder god slew the serpent, but took 9 poisoned steps and fell. Hel opened her gates. The dead marched behind her, and Loki returned with fire in his veins, leading the giants he once fled. Asgard burned, the golden halls crumbled, Bifrost shattered, the world tree trembled. The prophecies had been right, but the gods had written them with their own hands, in their fear, in their control, in the cruelty they named justice.